Sagittarius, love and relationships for you. Before we look at these cards, I want to look at what came out at the bottom of the deck: the Five of Pentacles, the Three of Swords, and the Five of Swords. So what you have been dealing with in your relationship sector hasn't really been pleasant. This doesn't necessarily mean like these kind of feelings of betrayal or kind of hurt or rejection or alienation you're feeling doesn't have to be the direct result of the person you're dealing with. But things externally to your relationship has really made you feel like this doesn't hold much value, and maybe you don't really see this relationship as being very valuable to you for whatever reason. It could be because this person has betrayed you. It could be because this has been a very nasty situation and it has left you feeling a little bit pushed out in the cold. We're going to look at these cards together and pull even more to clarify. But for now, Sagittarius, let me just have a look. We have your card in the middle of the reading, Temperance. So you're trying to bring some balance to the forefront of your life or in this relationship amidst all this chaos and pandemonium around it. So things have been very extreme. It could have been extreme partying, it could have been extreme drinking, or too much of a good thing, and you have felt like kind of depleted, like it doesn't really satisfy your soul, this relationship. Maybe there had to have been brought around some sort of a tempering and moderation in terms of drinking and partying within this relationship. But yeah, in between moments of calm, it gets chaotic. It's like there are some normal moments in between these two extremes, but from what I can tell as Sagittarius, your goal right now is to try and bring some balance into this more extreme relationship. You don't have to be dealing with a Taurus, but if you are, they sort of seem to have lost their sense of self-worth. This could be you too though, Sagittarius. The Empress reverses tells me that you're lacking self-confidence, and there's just something that's disquiet. It's just not an easy sensation you're dealing with around this relationship. Could be a lack of harmony, could be a lack of understanding. Something big may have just happened, like some sort of a fight or an argument where you're really left picking up the pieces now, and some of these pieces were easily resolved. You could kind of sort out after the fight the kind of like who was right, or like what was said, was that right, was that wrong. Where you may not feel it as easy to pick up is in terms of like after the feelings have been hurt, it might not be so easy to make amends around that. There is a way forward, of course. Knight of Pentacles, it is going to take some time to work through what was said, and all of these hurt feelings still seem to be pretty much on your mind and on your focus. You're willing to move on, like you can and you want to, but it seems like these feelings that have been hurt haven't fully been addressed yet, and they may continue to come up for you, especially around October, November. If this hasn't been sorted by then, it seems like these hurt feelings are going to spill out again. So the person you're dealing with might be keeping very quiet at the moment, and they might not really be giving to you what you want from them. They kind of seem to be in receptive energy, so they're happy to take from you at this time, Sagittarius, but you really don't feel like you're getting much from them in return, and they seem to be just holding a lot in, and they don't even really seem to be talking to you about much at this time. You do see this as a really soulmate and fulfilling connection in your life, so I can understand why you are determined to keep pushing this forward and keep going with it. But what for now seems to be that you just want to bring about some balance. This is the card for Sagittarius, Temperance. It's talking about elevating something to a higher level. You do want to take this relationship to a higher level, but first of all, you need to get some sort of an even playing ground to start working from, and to even start to feel some sense of calm or peace again. Let's look at these cards together. How this looks to me, Sagittarius, is that these two cups that you're still trying to bring about a resolution between, so think of these two cups as energy flowing between two people even. It says that even though the feelings have been hurt and some emotion has been spilled and maybe tears have been spilled, there are two cups that are left standing, and it's what I see in the Temperance card here. Two cups. So you can work through and resolve these hurt feelings, but try not to push them under the rug, because it does look like they're likely to come up again in the future, if not now, down the line, perhaps in October and November. And you really know that there is a road ahead of you, and you're willing to take this road and go on this journey with this person if they're able to offer you, or you offer them, some sort of stability, some sort of a commitment, right? That's what the King of Pentacles wants, commitment or nothing. as a result of some sort of an argument or explosive situation that you're probably aware of now. It looks like it may have happened already, maybe just recently happened, and from that you have very much felt like the person you've been dealing with have withdrawn back into themselves. All of this effort on your part is because you value this relationship so incredibly much that you're willing to make sacrifices. But just be careful, Sagittarius. It could be even that you're sacrificing your own sense of self-worth. The Empress reverses and tells me that you're not aware at the moment of your worth in this relationship, or your lovability, or your value, but you're willing to do anything for this person, it seems. Yes, the good times can continue to happen for you, but there has to be an element of balance. It had been going way too far this way towards Three of Cups. That doesn't just have to be excessive partying or socializing. It could be maybe even kind of indulging too much, or like indulging in bad habits too much. So you can still have fun, but it just needs to take a little bit more shape and a little bit more of a direction. It has to have some sort of a meaning when you enjoy yourself. Like for you, it can't just be like, you know, going out and getting wasted all the time, or at the weekends, like between you guys, you want to kind of just celebrate the good times, or, you know, and like kind of define what the good times are instead of it being like one giant party. Yes, it's great to have fun, but there are also maybe serious things in your relationship that need to be looked at, like building for a future, and kind of like, you know, allowing something to develop from a kind of a more, I don't know, I feel like a more serious note or something. Let's pull some more cards to clear it up. So we'll just briefly pull a card to clarify each of these and get another message on what cards are, what's coming through already. So the Temperance card is Sagittarius. So let's have a look. It's you, Sagittarius, right here, just trying to find some balance in all the extremes of this relationship. Seven of Swords. This tells me, Sagittarius, that you're not even being fully honest with the person you're dealing with about like how you're managing things. You're trying to get away with something, and you're trying to get away with maybe how you're going to work this out. It just isn't all above board. It just doesn't seem like they know about what, maybe it's all the effort you've been making. Maybe it's something else. Maybe, you know, there's been somebody else that's caught your eye and really ignited some sort of a spark in you. But I don't know, it seems like there is a need for transparency, and without the transparency, you're not going to achieve this beautiful harmony now of temperance, really, especially if, you know, you're kind of walking on eggshells, you are afraid of slipping up or revealing something. I'll keep going with the King of Pentacles. The thing is, you're a reliable person in other ways, and they are a reliable person in many ways. It's like you need to find some combining force that makes each other feel secure. If you're not really in full communication with this person at the moment, and you both are kind of doing your individual thing, like these two figures here, the balance might be struck about kind of trying to find some sort of a medium between you two, or a common denominator. Maybe ideas could be maybe brought together, or even like some sort of a sort of financial prospect that's looking really good. That could be a way for you to come together. I see if Sagittarius, you are kind of financially involved with your person at the same time, that there really might be some good developments around that. The Tower moment, it seems like something happened now, and it's kind of been a bit of a disaster, you feel, a big argument or something that's been very upsetting. Let's have a look at that. The fallout from the Tower. Well, this doesn't look like so much of a fallout, but there does seem to be a need to leave something in the past and move on from something. Okay, this is good. It needed to happen, the Tower moment. It often liberates something that needed it to have been liberated. And as a result, it's helped you to kind of move on from things and really maybe envision a brighter future, like this Ten of Cups. Maybe you needed to hash this out or come to this understanding. Maybe things needed to be said or brought to light, and from that you've been able to see a future, something that looks really happy and satisfying, and something that seems like it fills you up with joy. So, okay, that's not a bad outcome of the Tower, and I mean, now the rest of the reading looks really beautiful. Let's have a look though. We do have the Empress in reverse. You haven't been feeling very appreciated or valued in this relationship. There could be elements of yourself that you're kind of needing to work on at the moment. Maybe you don't need to get this from the person you're dealing with. Five of Wands and the Seven of Wands. I don't think you're short of people that are interested in you, Sagittarius. So you're probably frustrated that, oh look, all of these people are interested and the one person I want isn't. How the story goes. Maybe Sagittarius, just through a series of more dramatic events or petty arguments or tit for tat, low energy, low vibe, you're just not feeling yourself, and it has diminished your confidence and your lack, and you kind of are feeling like a lack of self-worth as a result of this. Let's have a look at the Three of Cups. Is there any other message around this? Ten of Pentacles. The whole reason about being very social, it might just been that there has been like, you know, vacations together, a lot of trips, a lot of family trips even, a lot of time spent with family at different occasions and traveling, and maybe you've been moving around a lot and kind of haven't settled down in a while, and you've been really busy and had a lot of obligations with work, career, family or otherwise, or traveling, and it has taken its toll on your relationship. All this time you've been spending with other people and not so many, you know, with the person you're with. That could have been really what was coming through there. So let's have a look then and move forward. The Five of Cups, that talks to me about some feelings that are still hurt and they still haven't really been resolved, and you're feeling a little bit sorrowful still, and you know, if you're not maybe addressing these, it seems like they may come up again. So let's look at the Five of Cups, Sagittarius. If you hear rustling, it's my cat Luna. Maybe she'll come up and say hi. King of Wands. You may just have to take matters into your own hands and draw a line under the sand here. There is something that, you know, has reached its sell-by date and it's kind of not working anymore around this relationship. You may be the person that needs to just sort of step up to the table and address this. Address what hasn't been working, but leave time and remember, if there are things that are working, focus on those too. There is still possibility, but if there's something that is just no longer working for you, it looks like it's got to be you, Sagittarius, fire sign energy here, just to step up and really be direct about it. The Knight of Pentacles, as we step into the energy of the Knight of Pentacles, we're being asked to take our time and be careful. Move slowly around it. Let's see. The Fool in reverse. Luna, stop that. Luna, stop that. So the Fool in reverse is kind of talking to me about a hesitancy on your part. There is hesitation here. The Knight of Pentacles is moving very slowly. It's the same kind of yellow scene here. The Fool card is like, you know, not even thinking about things at this time. So I mean, there's part of you that's really reluctant to move. There's part of you that's moving and not even thinking. So there's no real thought or like kind of conscious motivation at the moment, Sagittarius. You just seem to be like winging it, I guess, and like, you know, throwing caution to the wind and sort of seeing what happens. Luna, stop. We're going to look at the High Priestess. It seems like your person is withdrawing at this time. Let's see what's going on with them. They may be kind of acting moody. They may not really sound like they have so much to say to you at the moment. Six of Pentacles in reverse. They feel like something has been pretty unfair, actually. They feel like it isn't equal. The Lover's card. Maybe you don't think it's equal either, but I guess they don't. That you might agree on that. The Lovers is here representing a super strong union, and it's when you have, it's an aspiration here at the very least. Like you really do desire this with this person, this bond, this connection. Five of Swords in reverse. It's time for you maybe to stop blaming them fully or blaming yourself fully. Try and find where the balance fell out of place here. Five of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles in reverse. Something happened. It knocked you guys back. It made you feel, it could have been a breakup or something. Maybe it's just somebody around you split up and it brought your attention to the forefront of your relationship and where it's at. But yeah, something's happened where you've just felt a sort of a diminished sense of optimism in this relationship. It's important when the Five of Swords reverses just to make sure we're not assigning blame to the wrong person. I don't know who that may be, but it could be either. You could be assigning blame wrongly to yourself or assigning blame wrongly to them. Finally, let's clear up with the Six of Wands. So, you know, this is going to, if you're getting recognized by people, at least Sagittarius, like people want a piece of you and they're interested in you. Let's see, is this what you want? What's happening with the Six of Wands? Knight of Wands, mutable fire. So I like that we end the reading with your Court card and we began our reading with Temperance. Your energy is really strong, Sagittarius, in this reading. So, I mean, you really are at the moment on a journey within this relationship, getting back your sort of spark in yourself, getting back some sort of pep in your step, and you know, you may be having an increased libido at this time. You may be just feeling really like invigorated, really sexy, really comfortable in your skin. So that's awesome to see you so strongly. First card out, last card out being the Sagittarius cards. I love to see that. That just gives me an indication, your presence here in the reading like this, as something that's really empowered. A lot of these cards were coming out reversed, then we finally had yours upright. It's a great position to be in. Okay, so there's a lot of different messages in that reading, so take what resonates today, leave the rest, and we will catch up again soon. Thank you for watching.